Hello students. Now after reproduction lesson, the second unit is genetics and evolution. In that the first chapter is principles of inheritance and variation. So in this we are going to learn about Gregor Mendel, what he has done the research, and on pea plant we are going to earlier classes you have a basic idea of these. So in this lesson it is deep. So first one is genetics, study of heredity and variation. So this heredity means the passing of traits from parents to further generations. That is what we are going to learn in genetics. So inheritance is nothing but you are getting property or name from your parents or ancestors. That is what inheritance. So variation is what all variations are there in genetics. So in this we are going to learn about, first is several definitions. There will be multiple definitions are there. One by one I am going to tell this. Listen carefully. So before going to that, the brief introduction of Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel has born in 1822 at Czechoslovakia. He is by profession he is a monk or priest. So he has done research by using to learn these genetics and what kind of generations are coming from parent to daughter or next generation by using garden pea. The biological name of that is Pisum sativum. He has done several experiments on pea plant, but those are unnoticed for several years because those days communication was less and there are not many available materials or anything. Now it is very easy, but earlier it was very tough. But afterwards Hugo de Vries and two more scientists has done further research. Then after he died, Gregor John Mendel died by the time Hugo de Vries came. So they have told already by checking in libraries and all, he has done this much research, it is very good. Then that time Mendel got recognition. Then Mendel has referred as father of genetics. So Gregor John Mendel, why did Mendel choose only pea plant? Another question in your PU paper or any 11th standard paper, because pea plant is very easy to cultivate, because in pot if you grown that seed is very easy to bring the plant. In few weeks only the plant will come. There is not much maintenance for the pea plant and the results also will come very fast. So even high rate of growth, distinct contrasting characters, and it has a short lifespan. The contrasting characters like in stem height, which is tall and dwarf. Tall is a dominant and dwarf is a recessive. And even he has taken color of the seed or color of the fruit or whatever pea has come, and different contrasting characters which we further going to discuss. So before going to this, there are terminologies which are used for in this genetics. Gene is the units of heredity. Gene is a unit of heredity. So in this again, alleles is the first part which we are going to learn. The dominant, which I told already, which Mendel has taken, that capital T which is showing for tall plant has shown by capital T, which is dominant character which has first came. Then the recessive character which is not showing the next generation, which is short plants or dwarf plants, those are shown by small t. And in these only, suppose if two paired these alleles, then those are same, means those are homologous or homozygous condition. Which are suppose capital T and small t are there, means those are heterologous. And suppose these chromosomes whatever we have on a human being, see the pair up in chromatin material in the cell, in the nucleus, the chromosomes will be like coiled structures. But when it is on further divisions, when it is going to pair up like this, these points on the chromosome, see this chromosome, these are sister chromatids which are there on the point, these are genes which are showing allele character also. Our diseases or our color, our hair, whatever plant are, these are shown decided by these are called locus. The position which is there, this gene or allele, that is called locus. The term locus. Okay. So these points, these when several characters which is coming median type, then it is heterozygous condition, capital T and small t. Even suppose after result of these pea plant Drosophila by another scientist, if they have done the ratio which has come for several next ratio has come, suppose based on morphological characters which is showing 3:1, which we show tall, dwarf, we say in the research after tabular form, that is called phenotypes. So genotype is 1:2:1, which we are writing these TT like these which I explained. These are called genetic, based on genetic constituency, that is called genotypic ratio. So even we have to learn about autosomes and allosomes. Autosomes and allosomes, what are these? Suppose human being has 46 chromosomes. 46 human beings have 46 chromosomes which are paired up 23 pairs of chromosomes, which are 23 pairs the first 22 pairs are called autosomes, which are all are similar in both male and female, but the last one is allosomes, which has told that X in female and XY in male. So these will be like suppose if these are paired up, the chromosomes will be like this pairs. If it is like this, then it is 23 pairs. If it is like independent, then it is 46 chromosomes. This is pairs, remember that. Then the last one of these is X. From female, always the X only will come for the further generation, but the male has to decide whether it is a male or female. When Y chromosome come, that is male. So the sex determination and this was decided by these. So whatever these are called, sex chromosomes are called allosomes. The definition, if say they give allosomes. The other chromosomes which are called, those are these. So when these are decided, this is called haploid chromosome, single N. This is called, which is paired up, diploid. Even you have to know new terminologies, many they are there, even test cross, back cross, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, because these terminologies you have to be thorough with these definitions. These are coming for 1 mark, 2 marks. So which they are giving when Mendel has done with the simple cross, that time this has come, this is monohybrid cross, which he has taken single characteristic. Suppose when he has taken RR round seeds and small RR and this is wrinkled, and another characteristic he has taken is yellow seeds and green seeds. This cross is called, we will learn, that is dihybrid cross. Even back cross and test cross and other things are there here. Even F1 in this, again next F1 generation, when I am going to explain the first generation which has come and taking two characteristics. The first generation is F is here factor. F is here factors which are coming in generation. F2 is a filial generation. The factors which are expressing F1 generation, F2 generation. So these are the things which has taken. Even the characteristics which has taken is dominant and recessive, tall, dwarf and round, wrinkled. You can see some yellow. This is first one is dominant. This is recessive, and I am writing the phenotypic names. You can write later the genotypic, these things. Even yellow and green and restricted, this thing, inflated and restricted. Green part inflated, the seed which is there inflated or restricted also you can learn in this. So like this several characters. What are the next? All are there. There we are going to learn. Even this pea plant is, the pea plant is easily can do self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination and cross-pollination, when he has done by two different plants, it is easily characters are available. So the generation which has come for further, so that we are going to discuss now. So now I am going to tell about Mendel's law. Okay, Mendel's law, very important. Listen carefully. The Mendel, when he has done on these, is law of dominance. Law of dominance is the first one, and then second one is law of segregation, and the third one is law of independent assortment. These three leave, and so what, when he has done on several plants, what these laws has mentioned? When he is done on tall and dwarf plants, the character which is tall character, which are double T, has come dominant. This recessive character is hidden, it didn't come out. How he has, when he has taken these two, the gamete will be generally capital T for the tall plant, small t for the recessive plant. When he has crossed, F1 generation is, F1 generation which has shown character is here, when he has like this, when you are drawing, it should be C. Same first T which is tall allele is showing combined with, then with second one these. So TT, tall and TL all came tall plants. Okay. But so the character which is shown here is only tall. But when he has done the character which is dominant here, the further generation he has taken TT with the T, this is F1 already. So the generation which has come is here F2 generation, the filial. So which is the second one? when it has come, the first character has come complete tall. The medium character which has come is the medium tall. Okay, which has again one more has come again third time, that is again capital T and small t. But the last one is completely dwarf plant came. Here the phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:1. How I'll tell. And the law here is dominant character is shown out. Here you have to write the law which is showing dominant character which is tall shown. So recessive character which is dwarf, it has shown hidden. This didn't come out, so the recessive character is hidden. Whereas here completely 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant, that is what. But when you here the TTs and 2 T's, this is what, these two come under T. When gametes are separating, these come independently. Before separating this law you have to write the definition is when this one is getting separated in F2 generation, the gametes are separated independently, segregated independently. So 1 and 1 and the last one which is TT and this is 1. So the gametes which are segregated separately, that is what the second law. Then I am going to tell the third law. When these before that F2 generation, the gametes which are separating here are without influencing each other, means without influencing each other, the characters didn't show one character on other character independently, means like your friend didn't influence you, you are just be yourself only, like that. Here the several plants which came for the next generation, those has what their character only, they are like that here. So you can take a law of independent assortment without influencing each other, without influencing the gametes without influencing each other, separated the characters. So one more definition is there, you can refer your textbook for that. Separated. So when you separated, this one is these two are monohybrid cross. The speciality here is this is monohybrid cross. Even test cross, all these will be like this, which as they were done first when they are doing. Even back cross, monohybrid. But whereas here in law of independent assortment, this is always dihybrid. Means hybrid, the hybrid plant which is showing 2 characters. Suppose they have taken that dihybrid cross, after this I will draw that. Okay, which as I will explain now. Those characters in the further lessons. So these laws understood, I hope you people understood. Refer the definition properly and check it. So the next which I am going to teach after these laws is, now I am going to tell this independent assortment only along with the dihybrid cross. What he has taken here is very, very important. See the character which he has taken and what are those, we will discuss here. So first 2 experiments are these, law of dominance. Law of dominance. These two are law of dominance and law of segregation. These two are like Mendel has done the first experiment. which is law of independent assortment and dihybrid cross, that is a experiment 2. Suppose in the exam if they ask write Mendel's experiment 2, then you have to write dihybrid cross. So now in next class what is available, I am going to tell dihybrid cross. Hope you understood very well. Thank you.